One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. Then let me be free. The depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken, he rides on two wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Witches report he pays his way. More legend in the making, day by day.
Oh shit. What's good with everyone, man? Hey, much love, honor, and respect to all of you motherfucking legends up in the building. We got Glare, by the way, already coming in hot, saying, Mike, you all recovered from fireworks night? Yes, finally. You know, I was still feeling it last night, even, that I didn't even last night I was like, you know what? No alcohol, like, at all yesterday. So definitely needed to let my liver have a break, you know what I mean? Anyways, listen, Glare, I very much appreciate that kind donation. All right, so we got a lot to discuss in this beautiful morning, at least here with us, right? Unfortunately, not everyone's having a wonderful morning because there are people that are literally mourning people's deaths right now, and it's terrible. And all for what? Terrorism? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I said it. So we're going to go ahead and get into what's happening around the United States, not only in New Orleans, but as well, or New Orleans, or in New York City. You know, there's a lot that is going on right now, and it's unfortunate. So I feel bad for what's happening right now. But good morning, you legends. Hopefully you guys are all having a good one, man. I see all of you guys in the chat, man. But before we get into our discussion here, hey, we got you know, a couple of things we got to, you know, announce. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube. Helps out the show immensely, and it's free to do so. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button as well. It helps out the show, obviously. We want to see you guys again. Also, please consider becoming a member starting only at $2.99 a month, man. It helps out the show as well immensely. This is actually the #1 way that I stay in business, believe it or not, is through the membership program. So when you guys sign up, man, it helps out not only me, but you guys do get as well some benefits. Every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. CST, we go live over there, Breakfast Club only. And we're a bit uncensored over there. Probably actually as uncensored on YouTube you can get. You know what I mean? Also, follow me on my Instagram at BallValveTV, where I post everything behind the show, behind the scenes of myself, my lifestyle, as well as Millennial Food Time. This is where I correspond with everybody, man. As well, if you guys are interested in Discord and stuff like that, I do have a Discord server since 2016, and I still use it. I'm actually getting more active in there again. So if you guys want to join up on the Discord, hit the link in the description for the Discord. And of course, we'll welcome you guys over there. It's completely free to do so, by the way. Last but not least, man, listen, every super chat, every, channel membership sign up, gifted membership, super stickers, all of those are shouted out. But right here, we have these scroll in for the remainder of the show because, listen, you can get around a brutal 30% cut on YouTube with direct stuff like that. You know what I mean? So anyways, much love, honor, respect to you guys. Appreciate you guys for coming in this morning. We got Barbie up in here. Good morning to you. We got Steve Easy. Shit. Brother Glare, appreciate you, by the way, this morning already, man. We got Shadow up in here. Shit. I think it's 7:45 or something like that. My cousin. Oh, you guys are talking some shit over there. I see. To your guys' self, I see. Some spicy details coming out about the Tesla Cybertruck that went boom. Yes, a lot of details are coming out regarding that it was absolutely not only just like it's not an accident. That shit wasn't an accident. It was full of fucking fireworks. And then you detonate it. Why use a Tesla Cybertruck instead of using a gasoline car? Because when lithium ion batteries melt, they are way more brutal. I mean, we're talking extreme compared to a gasoline car or diesel. So I think that's totally and I mean, I'm not even thinking like I know at this point. Yeah, absolutely. But we'll get into that in the news here in a minute. We got Gunpowder Nitro. Good morning, kind sir. Do tell. Yeah, exactly. Look, it's Captain Hangover in the building. Hey, I did have a bit of a hangover yesterday, but I actually was fine. Like I was totally fine. I just slept in. I woke up, my phone was completely dead. Yeah, totally sucks. I wasn't hungover like that. It's just my phone was dead, went to bed super late, probably like 4 in the morning. And then all of a sudden it was like, when I woke up, I think it was like 10:45 in the morning. I'm like, So I posted on my community tab to let you guys know, hey, I'm missing today. Obviously, I'm not live. Mike and his liver don't get along. That's a fact, by the way, Hardwire. There are some reports the guy detonated the, yes, exactly, was senior NCO and Green Beret. I did hear that. Now, here's something I do want to bring up really quick about that since we're discussing that already. Okay. So I saw this and I wanted to read this to you guys. Let's summarize for It's a Coincidence believers. 2 vehicle attacks on the same day within hours of each other. Both vehicles rented via Turo. Both suspects, U.S. veterans. Both suspects served at the same military base. It's not linked, right? It's all coincidence. All fucking coincidence. Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about right there. But yeah, we're going to get into a bit of the craziness. Mike was wasted when they set it off, the fireworks at 9:45. Now, actually, that wasn't my ordeal. It was actually our guests and family and stuff like that. We got geezers and stuff. People are going to sleep early, We had a couple of people that actually left, I think around like 11. You know what I mean? We all came over here at 7 for dinner and drinks and stuff like that. And then we shot them off. That was the plan, not to wait, at least for us. But yes, we were all drinking. We were all having a good time, smoking that left-handed tobacco and shit. Anyways, nice start to the new year. Total chaos. Yeah, Loki, you're not even joking. Good to see you, by the way. Appreciate you for being here. We got brother SNS as well. Always good to see my man up in here. Papa Penguin. We got KP. Good to see you, my man. We got Joseph as well saying, good morning, Mr. Ball, BNC. Just White and all the haters. Stop the cat.
Stop the cat.
Hey, my man. Appreciate you always. Hopefully you're having a good one, man. We got Randy up in here saying, good morning, Mr. Mike. Hope you had a great Christmas and a great New Year. I sure did, Randy. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this beautiful morning. For all of you guys could have been anywhere else in the world right now, but you guys are here with me. So I'm honored. Okay. So we're about to get into this. I always like to have a little discussion with you guys first. Mike, you've been doing Discord for a long time. Question, what's the benefit of Discord? From what I see, it seems outdated compared to Instagram or X. Well, that's the whole thing. Okay, so it is not built to be a social media. It's the way that I look at it is a personal chat room, and it's really good for people that are like, for instance, influencers and have a lot of followers. For instance, you guys could all theoretically join up into the Discord, and while I'm not live, let's say tonight, you guys could still be all talking to each other in the Breakfast Club in Discord. It's just, that's the way that I look at it. There's, it's not really supposed to be published or anything like that. It's just a chat. You know what I mean? You can screen share, you can do voice chat. There are different things, like you can put memes up, or you can do like a general discussion or whatever. So that's why it's more community driven rather than it being like a social media where you're putting it out there to random people. The people in your Discord server are not random. they have to be invited, or accepted in. But yes, it has been an absolute crazy few days, and unfortunately, not a very good start to 2025. You know what I mean? Totally not. And they can't hear you coming. That's right. What's up, Dean? Good to see you over there, my man. Always good to see you. Tesla Musk connection seems like something to think about as well. Honestly, I have no idea why Elon Musk or Trump would be involved in any of that. But yeah, lithium ion batteries exploding are crazy. Exactly, Bill Hicks. Or they're fucking way wilder than having a gasoline, truck or car explode. Having lithium ion batteries explode is insane. Bad Religion, I used to love that band. If I heard a song of theirs playing now, I'd probably start rocking out. Nowadays, I try to promote Orthodox Christianity, but I can't deny that band is awesome. Yes, sir. Hey, they're personal friends of mine. You know what I mean? I've done a lot of different tours with them and stuff. But anyways, we got to get into the nitty gritty of this shit, man. Coincidence theory is more of a crazy leap of faith than just putting the dots together. Yeah, exactly. By the way, it could be a coincidence. There is a guy who got struck by lightning 7 times and lived. Yeah, that's wild. I don't know, man. Like, you may need to go get the demons out of your body or something. I don't know if you're getting struck 7 times. Bees are up in here. Good to see you, my man, over there in South Florida. Always good to see you. We got Bradley Ball. That's my father up in the building. Shout out. What's up? What's up? Good morning to everyone, man. All right, let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty of this shit. We got Ron Ratty over there in Australia, man. Good to see you, by the way. Always got to thank all of you guys, man. Adriano, good to see you up in here as well as Miss Lotus. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I saw over X where they were blaming all this on Trump, saying, welcome to the next 4 years of Trump. It's crazy. He isn't even in office yet. And that's right. All of that's just totally catering to emotions. All of that. It's just that's exactly, you're going to expect it. Yeah, Discord is great. The chat, the memes, the VC, which is voice chat, great for online communities. Exactly. So, hey, my Discord, by the way, is linked in the description right now, so you guys can join up and hang out with us over there. I do hang out over there as well. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. So this is in regards to the New Orleans attack investigated as an act of terrorism. 15 are dead now, and 30 plus are hurt from this. So we're going to go ahead and discuss this. And of course, this is not the only thing we're going to discuss. We're also going to discuss what's happening in New York City. And so we're going to get into it. Let's go ahead and start.
Welcome in here on Live Now from Fox. Thank you for joining us bright and early on your Thursday morning. My name is Christy Matino. Lots of news to get to today. I do want to start with our top story that we've been covering here for you on Live Now all throughout yesterday as well as last night. We're going to continue that coverage this morning. A live look right now, courtesy of EarthCam, as we continue to follow this major story out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Here's the latest of what we know with this development. Again, this is all after a man drove a pickup truck into a crowd of people who were celebrating New Year's. A driver...
That is insane. What person would fucking get in their car and just go fucking, like, literally stampede people and kill them? Like, who does that? I mean, we're talking real terrorism here. For sure.
Of that pickup
on our
truck,
soil,
again, speeding
our
through
own
that
people
crowd
like
of
that. What the
pedestrians
fuck?
That were gathered there in the bustling
Redneck
French
side.
Quarter
Good to see you, man.
district on New Year's Day, killing at
Good
least
morning.
15 people, injuring about 30 others. Again, that death toll did rise since we first brought you this story here yesterday morning when it broke. The suspect, however, was killed in a shootout with police. What we know as of right now, and I do want to pull up his image on the screen here, is the FBI says that driver was 42-year-old Shamsud Din Bahar Jabbar. He's a U.S. citizen and Army veteran from Texas. The FBI is investigating this attack as an act of terrorism and said they do not believe that he acted alone. Wednesday's attack unfolded again on Bourbon Street. It's known worldwide as one of the largest destinations for New Year's Eve parties. Large crowds also gathered in the...
You know, that's the thing that I legitimately have, like New Year's Eve, New Year's, like basically any type of like big, any type of big celebration, like even like Halloween, like let's just go ahead and use holidays, right? I'm always suspicious, and I actually worry the most on those kind of days, like Halloween night. Like, I'm not that guy that can like just enjoy in that aspect. Like, I got friends and family that are going out. I know where they're going and I know the risks. My, friends here, like I even told you guys on New Year's Eve, I guess evening or whatever morning. And I told you guys, listen, man, I don't want to hear how anyone got hurt. Don't be making stupid decisions. Don't be getting out there and be drinking and then get in a car and drive. You know what I mean? Like, let's be a lot smarter than that. So I worry a lot on those kind of days. And yeah, exactly, Miss Lotus. I guess it's kind of like the protection side of me for the people I care and love about. But anyways.
City ahead of the college football playoff quarterfinal at the Sugar Bowl that had been scheduled for later yesterday at the nearby Superdome, but that game has been postponed until this afternoon following the attack. And you are seeing just some footage on your screen here. That's actually the suspect right now, but you were just
That's him right there. And he's long gone now. Police took him out.
Some
because I mean, he got in a stupid ass shootout with them. Why would you do that? You're gonna die.
The scene
Suicide
has
by
looked
cop.
like, as this has been an ongoing investigation. Police said the driver steered around a police blockade and raced through a crowd along Bourbon Street.
What's up, Stacy? Good to see you. Good morning, by the way. Always good to see you this anytime. But hey, thank you for hanging out with us.
A.m. yesterday morning as
What's up,
people
Dwayne?
gathered again to celebrate the new year. What we do want to do right now is play out a report from Fox News' Rebecca Castor. She does have the latest for us on all of this.
The FBI says it doesn't believe the shooter acted alone and are focusing on a range of suspects.
We are committed, no doubt, to uncovering
We saw this.
all
We saw this part yesterday. We were watching this live.
details surrounding this tragedy.
New Orleans officials pledging justice for the victims of Wednesday's fatal truck ramming on Bourbon Street. A U.S. Army veteran with an ISIS flag on his vehicle swerved around makeshift barriers
just
hours into the new year.
Truck hits the corner and comes
Follow the money
through people, throwing people like a movie scene, like real life, throwing people into the air.
Police say the driver shot and killed in a gunfight with police was 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar, a U.S.
42 years old. What are you doing, stupid?
Stupid.
God, I can't stand these kind of people, man. I just don't understand the mentality. I can't relate. I can't, listen, man, if it's an opposition and they deserve the smoke, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Fuck it, whatever. But I'm talking about going and literally steamrolling over completely innocent people that you have no idea, you've never met, you've never said hi, you've never shaken their hand. You don't even know what they fucking look like, and you just kill them. I just don't understand that mentality, man. I just can't relate.
Listen. Investigators finding weapons and potential IEDs inside the suspect's vehicle, with other potential IEDs located in the French Quarter.
We're going to stand with you as you mourn and as you heal.
In Houston, a SWAT team searched the suspect's home. The FBI saying the incident is being investigated as an act of terrorism.
Yep.
As we know, this is not just an act of terrorism. This is evil.
Authorities are still investigating whether
evil.
the suspect was a member of ISIS and are searching for others who may have been involved.
This is a very fluid.
Hey, while Roberto can get that kind of smoke, Mike Ball is going to get a different type of smoke. You dig? We got to turn it on first. But let me show you. Yeah, this little savvy little thing, man. This thing's awesome. Just saying. But yeah, you reminded me that I needed to smoke myself out.
Fluid process.
Right now. Yeah.
And remember something, too. We're doing two things. We're hunting some bad people down, and we're securing the city, too. We're getting ready for a Sugar Bowl tomorrow.
And the Sugar Bowl, originally scheduled for this evening, has been postponed until Thursday.
Exactly. So they postponed it until today because there was a game that was supposed to happen. And so that game got postponed by 1 day. So it's happening today.
Thursday to allow more time for adding extra security. In New Orleans, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Thank you to Rebecca Castor. I did want to pull up this Earth Cam shot again right now as we're still seeing what that scene looks like this morning, just a little over 24 hours after all of this did occur. I did want to give you just a little bit more backstory here on what we do know as of right now so far. So officials did say they also found potential explosive devices in the French Quarter. That's according to the FBI. Surveillance footage showing 3 men
What's up,
and
Evil
a woman
Rick
placing
and Todd J?
one
Good morning, you
multiple
guys.
improvised explosive
Hardwire, my man.
devices. That's according to the Louisiana State Police as well. And you heard Rebecca Castor say that there was a flag representing the Islamic State group that was also found on the vehicle's trailer hitch. The Bureau is trying to determine if Jabbar was associated with any terrorist organizations. We also did want to pivot right now, though, to another story that did happen yesterday. And I am going to pull up some of the image here so you can see. We have been following this story as well here on
Okay, so
Live
this is the Cybertruck that blew up in Vegas, in front of the Trump, hotel or whatever. This was totally rigged with fireworks, and it was said that it wasn't an accident. It was actually initiated and sparked up, detonated from afar. So, it makes sense. You pack that motherfucker up with a whole bunch of fireworks. I mean, this is why you hear fireworks shooting off, and you guys saw the videos and stuff like that. So you know that it was set up like that. And then it was said that there was a detonation and then sparked it off from afar. Crazy. But it makes sense because lithium-ion batteries, remember, melt and explode way crazier than any type of gasoline or diesel. So just saying.
From Fox after this Tesla Cybertruck exploded outside Trump's hotel. And you can see just that image there, someone caught on their phone of the Cybertruck in flames. And here's what we do know about that story as well, because again, this all occurred on New Year's.
And camping fuel, everything that's fucking flammable, nothing is a coincidence, everybody. You know what I mean? Like, just saying, there's just no coincidences.
Just hours really after all of this happened over in Louisiana. Firework mortars and camp fuel canisters were found stuffed into the back of the Tesla Cybertruck that exploded
what's up, man?
Outside President-elect Donald Trump's Las Vegas hotel early yesterday morning, killing a suspect inside that vehicle and sparking this investigation into possible terrorism. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police and Clark County Fire Department officials said that a person died inside the pickup truck and 7 people nearby did have minor injuries. By late yesterday afternoon, authorities were still working to get that body out of the vehicle and start processing the evidence inside. President Joe Biden was briefed on this explosion, just as he was briefed on everything going on in New Orleans.
Yeah, and also you can't forget the fact, Shadow, that mining lithium ion and as well as disposing of used batteries is way worse for the fucking environment than any gasoline or any petroleum product ever could. It's terrible. It's like 1,000 times worse. Yeah.
The police department sheriff Kevin McMills, said authorities know who rented the truck with the Turo app in Colorado, but they're not releasing the name until investigators determine if it is the same person who died. McMills said video captured at Tesla charging stations provided by CEO Elon Musk helped authorities track the vehicle's journey, arriving in Las Vegas around 7:30 in the morning and then driving about an hour later into the valet area of the Trump International Hotel. That's where it sat for 15 to 20 seconds before that explosion occurred. Video shown.
Well, there's actually a lot of different fire stations, basically. So some of their orders, believe it or not, is when a Cybertruck goes up or an electric vehicle. When an electric vehicle goes off, and obviously a majority of them are Teslas, right? When they do explode, if it's not immediately taking out like a structure or something like that, and it's just burning by itself, they'll just allow it. They don't even try to put it out because you can't put it out damn near. It's almost impossible. So it's a bit of a fucking ordeal with these things.
An afternoon news conference showed a tumble of
fireworks,
mortars, canisters, and other explosive devices crowded into the back of the pickup. The truck bed walls
up,
were still
Martin?
intact
Good to see
because
you,
the
my man.
blast shot straight up rather
Tiffany?
than to the sides. Now, we also did have a very brief comment that I did want to play out for you from the FBI. We heard from Jeremy Schwartz there. I do want to play that out for you right now.
Oh, that sucks, Evil Rick. I know how that feels.
First and foremost, I just want to say, you know, our hearts and prayers go out to the community. Even though there's only one deceased victim at this time, something like this happens in the city, and it has an effect on our people here in the community. So we recognize that, and we're here to do everything that we can to support this investigation, to jump on board with our Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department partners.
What's up, Tony? Good morning, my man, as well as Chris W. up in here.
Looking for a lot of answers.
Good morning.
And ideally, right now, we just don't have a lot of answers. We're going to continue to work as hard as we can over the next 24
Exactly. It's way more of an ordeal the only way you can put it out is by suffocating it. And even then it's still fucking hard because anyways, it's an ordeal dealing with
48
electric
hours,
vehicles.
hopefully get more to you. But this time we've got a lot of questions, and we've got to figure that out before we can actually get anything out to you right now. So again, we're here, we're deploying resources, and we will continue to do that until we get to the end of this and figure out exactly what happened and why. Thank you.
All right, again, brief comments there yesterday from the FBI, but we actually did hear last night from President Joe Biden as he spoke on both of these instances, both in Louisiana
That's right, Barbie, by the way.
as well as in Las Vegas. They're about 4 minutes in length. I did want to play those out for you as well.
Oh shit! Here we go. We get to hear the old man speak, huh? Fucking sitting there rambling and mumbling about nothing.
I know I can speak for all Americans when I say our hearts are with the people of New Orleans after the despicable attack that occurred in the early morning hours. To all the families of those who were killed.
So, Martin, since we have more people in here, and I only talked about this in the very, very beginning, but I got something that I wanted to read out to you guys. Let's summarize for It's a Coincidence, believers. 2 vehicle attacks on the same day within hours of each other. Both vehicles rented via Turo. So that's number 2. Number 3, both suspects were U.S. veterans. And both suspects served at the same military base. Coincidence? Stop.
Stop the cap.
To all those who are injured.
I'm going to reset my camera. 1 sec.
We're grieving today. I want you to know, I grieve with you. Our nation grieves with you. We're going to stand with you as you mourn and as you heal in the weeks to come. I want to thank our brave first responders and law enforcement personnel who stopped the attacker in his tracks before he could kill or injure even more people. And I want to thank you to everyone at the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Justice, including the FBI, for working nonstop to investigate this heinous act. The FBI is leading the investigation to determine what happened, why it happened, whether there was any continuing threat to public safety. Here's what we know so far. The FBI has reported to me the killer was an American citizen, born in Texas. He served in the United States Army on active duty for many years. He also served in the Army Reserve until a few years ago. The FBI also reported to me that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS.
Wow. I didn't know that happened. I didn't know he went on social media and said, inspired by ISIS. Bro, just call me an idiot or something. I mean, I guess everyone's got to post their shit on the fucking net. Why? Why you got to do that to yourself? Like, if you're going to do some shit, I mean, it's obvious when they do that, they're doing it for clout or whatever. The attention. You're looking for the attention. I find it just interesting that people will fucking dry snitch on themselves. They'll do it on themselves. They'll just don't even fucking care. Actually, it's not even dry snitch. They just fucking full out just snitch on themselves. I mean, it really is insane what people do on social media. It's mind blowing. Like, why do that? Dumbass, fucking stupid. I don't know why you would want to do that. Like, if I rob a bank, motherfucker, which I'm not, I'm Not saying that. This is a hypothetical YouTube. But if I did, I wouldn't be fucking posting about it. You know, fucking dumb fucks. What are you guys doing?
The desire to kill. The ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, which he rented to conduct this attack. Possible explosives were found in the vehicle as well, and more explosives were found nearby.
Even more.
The situation is very fluid, and the investigation has a preliminary stage. And the fact is that right now, excuse me.
You lose your place?
There you go. The law enforcement and intelligence community are continuing to look for any connections.
Oh, he was waiting for, you know what he was waiting for right there? He went to go look for it because the guy on the prompt, the teleprompt wasn't quick enough and whatever. And so he was trying to save the day. And then he popped it up and he said, oh, thank you.
Are co-conspirators. We have nothing additional to report at this time. The investigation is continuing to be active, and no one should jump to conclusions. I've directed my Attorney General, the FBI Director, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the head of the National Counter-Terrorism Center, and the intelligence community to work on this intensively until we have a full and complete information. And once we have that information, I will share that information as soon as we can confirm it. Additionally, we're tracking the explosion of a cyber truck outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Law enforcement and the intelligence community are investigating this as well, including whether there's any possible connection with the attack in New Orleans. Thus far, there's nothing to report.
Uber driver was killing people on live. See, that shit is crazy. Like, why do that? You're just begging for attention. That's all it is. All that kind of act, especially when they go live and they do some dumb shit. Yeah, you're looking for attention, obviously.
Report on that score at this time. I directed my team to make sure every resource is made available to federal, state, and local law enforcement to complete the investigation in New Orleans quickly and to make sure
that is true. That is true, Papa Penguin.
There's no remaining threat to the American people. We'll support the people of New Orleans as they begin the hard work of healing. New Orleans is a place unlike any other place in the world. It's a city full of charm and joy. So many people around the world love New Orleans because of its history, its culture, and above all, its people. So I know, while this person committed a terrible assault on the city, the spirit of our New Orleans will never, never, never be defeated. It always will shine forth. We've seen that time and time again throughout its history. And I know we'll see it again in the days and weeks ahead. May God bless the people of New Orleans. May God bless our police and our first responders. May God protect our troops, and we'll keep you fully contemporaneously informed. Thank you.
He's not going to say shit.
Are you concerned about more attacks? Have you spoken to President Trump? Investigated as a terror attack?
Look at that walk.
Again, those were some brief comments there from President Joe Biden. He was speaking on both New Orleans as well as what was going on in Las Vegas as well. I did want to head over very quickly to our Fox 8 New Orleans team as they are discussing all of this in regards to what had gone on New Year's Day. Let's head over there quickly and listen in.
Yeah, hey there, Kelsey and Lucy. We've been out here now for about an hour, and Rob just came and joined me. And you know, this scene here, I was asking you, we were moving around so much, Rob. I didn't know if you ever actually made it out to this spot. We're on Canal here, looking down the barrel of Bourbon Street, and kind of looking at how things have changed in the past 24 hours.
What's up, Whitney? Good morning.
What's happening out here right now?
Fuck, what kind of fucking microphone, bunk ass microphone you guys got right now? You both sound insane. Brother Lee Lance up in the building. Good morning, my man. Good to see you.
FBI is still maintaining Bourbon Street as...
Why does it sound like it's coming through a fucking CB radio or like he almost sounds like an astronaut with the fucking glass over, you know, the whole suit. He's all suited up and they're talking through like a headset and a helicopter type shit. What the fuck is going on here?
Crime scene, which is definitely unprecedented. especially here in New Orleans. We both reported at multiple crime scenes before. Now, I don't think I've ever seen one that's still been a crime scene 24 hours after the crime happened.
And I've had a couple people even ask me already this morning, oh, they got to open it back up for the Sugar Bowl. And I said, I would not expect that.
It's not a guarantee, that's for sure. You know, I was speaking with some folks that work on Bourbon Street yesterday. They were telling us that they hope to be open today, but it's just all up in the air. So if the FBI is still maintaining,
and it's because this again is being investigated as a terror attack. I mean.
All right, we are actually going to pause that coverage because we do want to go out live
are they getting breaking
to New
news?
Orleans right now. That's where we find
Nolan's.
Fox News' Caroline Elliott bringing us all the latest out of there. Good morning, Caroline. What can you tell us?
Krista, good morning. You can see right behind us as this section of Canal Street is still an active crime scene. And we're starting to learn more about the driver behind Wednesday's deadly New Year's attack.
Please do
as the
tell.
FBI investigates the assault as an act of terrorism.
Yes. Oh. Is that all you got, lady? Oh, they kept the camera on her. They did her dirty.
And of course, we do know that those details are still coming in right now, as this is still very early on in this investigation. Now, again, we are hearing that officials believe the driver, identified as Shamsuddin Jabbar, did not act alone. The FBI says that the flag of the Islamic
What's up,
State
trigger
group
warning?
is
Good
on
morning.
the trailer hitch of the truck, and investigators also found weapons and possible explosives inside that truck. Now, this investigation is really turning into who else could be involved in this attack. That's a high priority for investigators right now, and they are asking the public for help. We also know that President Biden is asking officials, or rather, President Biden says that officials are looking into whether there's any relation between this attack in New Orleans and a cyber truck exploding outside.
Well, I read to you guys what, for the coincidence believers,
President-elect Donald Trump's Las Vegas hotel on the same day. Christy.
I like that, by the way, straight.
All right, Caroline Elliott there reporting for us live. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, let's go away for a quick 2-minute break here.
Hell no,
on
we get to
Live
skip
Network
ahead.
Fox. We'll be back shortly with more news. Here, firework mortars and camp fuel canisters were found stuffed into the back of that Tesla Cybertruck that did explode outside Trump's Las Vegas hotel early yesterday, killing a suspect inside that car and sparking this intense investigation into possible terrorism. What I did want to do right now is play out a press briefing that we have from yesterday, just giving a brief update on what we know so far. Let's listen in.
Oh, they did it.
My name is Kevin McMahon.
I didn't hear this one yet. I thought they were doing the press briefing on what was it? I'm trying to remember what press briefing we watched. I mean, we watch a ton of them every day.
Metropolitan Police Department. I'm here to give you really a brief update on what occurred on Las Vegas.
What's up, Mr. Boulay? Good morning, by the way. Always appreciate you hanging out with us.
As you know, we just had our New Year's Eve event where we successfully protected the city, where over 400,000 people were here last night. And that changed this morning at about 8:40 when a 2024 Tesla Cybertruck pulled into the area, a valet of the Trump International Hotel. Very quickly thereafter that, the driver, who was the sole occupant of...
Damn. Okay. That's right there. Papa Penguin, I'm going to have to give you the W on that. W comment. W comment.
The truck, we saw what looked like maybe some sort of smoke, and then the truck exploded. I'm going to...
It's a gargoyle, by the way.
Smoke was coming from inside of the truck after we noticed the flash and the explosion, and I'm going to show you that first video. That's the Cybertruck parked right in front of
That's the one everyone sees. Boom. And then that's where all the fireworks, you can see them popping off. Yep.
Can you play that again, Carlos?
And I know everyone saw that shit on social media, if you're on social media. I know not everybody is into it. That's cool.
So the individual that was in that truck is obviously deceased, still in the truck as we speak here today. Our fire department folks, Engine 12, a number of others. You'll hear from one of the fire chiefs here in just a moment, arrived very quickly along with my officers. And obviously we knew that we had a much larger event than just a vehicle
what up,
fire.
man?
And so
Are you
there's
what
gonna
up,
be a
man?
drone video that plays to my left again. You'll see as the fire initially, they covered it with the tarp to try to get it to go out. Once the fire went out through the suppression efforts of the fire department, you'll see some of the evidence in the back
Steve,
of the
my
vehicle.
man, what's up, man? Hey, all good, all good.
those
But
are
hey,
gas-
you're still in attendance, so it's all good. Shit.
Gasoline canisters, they are camp fuel canisters, and large firework mortars. What I also would like you to pay attention to on that video, as you see that, it looks like the exterior of that truck is completely intact as it sits.
Look at all that shit in there.
The fact that this was a cyber truck.
Look at the gas on
really
the side.
limited-
Look, all this shit. What is this? Fucking ethanol and shit? What is this? This looks like those cans of like acetone and shit like that. All super, super flammable shit. Yeah.
The damage that occurred
Look at all that
inside
shit.
of the valet, because it had most of the blast go up through the truck and out. In fact, if you look on that video, you'll see that the front glass doors at the Trump
camping fuel
hotel were not even broken by that blast, which they were parked directly in front of. You can see that in the video there.
Bro, I don't know. This is the first time I'm seeing this type of footage right here, by the way. Yeah. Just so you know, this is the first time I'm seeing the footage. And a lot of the times I see this kind of shit and I've saw it the day prior, or I saw it the morning of, or whatever. Yeah. This is kind of wild.
What I will update, I'm very
Race
well aware
fuel.
that there's a name already been reported out into the media. I am not going to confirm any names to you as I sit here today, because I cannot do that with 100% certainty of who the individual is. What I can tell you is we do know the truck was rented in Colorado. We were able to trace
Rented, motherfucker, and on Turo.
that truck through the Tesla charging stations, and it arrived here in Las Vegas this morning at about 7:30 and went up and down Las Vegas Boulevard before immediately pulling into the Trump Towers. Unfortunately, there were 7 people that reported injuries during this incident. All of them still remain as minor injuries and were treated at UMC.
Yeah, no fucking kidding, by the way, Papa Penguin.
I would like to thank the Resorts World, because, as you know, we had to close down the Trump and evacuate it, as well as the Fashion Show Mall. And the Resorts World was very gracious in taking those hundreds of individuals in over there, housing them and feeding them prior to us being able to completely clear the hotel. The hotel and Fashion Show are back open for business. The Trump will remain closed as we continue this lengthy investigation as we move forward.
Well, you just showed us all the shit.
I'm going to yield now to Chief Billy Samuels, but I'd like you to also recognize all of our exceptional elected officials that have come to support the police and the fire department and this community in remaining safe. There is no further threat to the community as I sit here today. And I just want to make sure that our community understands we believe this to be an isolated incident, and it is now over as far as the danger. So, Billy?
Isolated?
Thank you, Sheriff. I'm going to reiterate some of the stuff that the Sheriff has spoken upon. Engine 12 did arrive within 4 minutes of dispatch, did extinguish the fire with assistance from the sprinkler systems.
Man, when people have a lisp and they can't do s, there's no s, s. You know what I mean? Like when they start doing that with their s's, it's hard to listen to. Just being real.
And along with that electric vehicle blanket that we use on those operations, we did encounter 7 victims, all stable. 2 of them were transported to UMC, who have since been released. They were transported by community ambulance.
Be good, brother Steve. We'll see you on the flip side, man. Be safe.
Fire with 26 personnel, and then 4 units and 17 personnel from Las Vegas Fire and Rescue assisted with this operation. We always do appreciate the support.
Yeah, and that's a dumb narrative. I think that we all can pretty much agree on that.
That we get from our hotel partners, as the sheriff was mentioning with Resorts World. RTC did lend us 10 buses so we can refuge the people that were evacuated from the Trump Tower. Community ambulance for their transportation for us, Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, and Nevada Division of Emergency Management. And we do appreciate their support, so we can't do that without them. And like the sheriff said, last night was a huge success, but we are prepared for whatever comes our way. So thank you for that. And I will turn this over to Special Agent in Charge, Jeremy Schwartz.
Is that woman back there ever going to speak?
Good
Just
afternoon.
gonna stand there.
My name is Jeremy Schwartz. I'm currently the acting special agent in charge for the FBI here in Las Vegas. The FBI is currently conducting an investigation on a vehicle explosion, as the sheriff had just shown you a little bit ago. That's being conducted through our JTTF, which is a Joint Terrorism Task Force. I want to make sure everybody understands that the task force is comprised of law enforcement officials from the entire valley here. We're not doing anything alone, and we wouldn't do anything alone without our partners making sure that we're all in lockstep. We've learned from mistakes in the past, and we're not going to do that again. We have a great relationship with our law enforcement partners, and we're going to continue to do so. As of right now, our number one goal is to ensure that we have the proper identification of the subject involved in this incident. Following that, our second objective is to determine whether this was an act of terrorism or not. I know everybody's interested in that word and trying.
What are you talking about? It absolutely was. The fuck you mean? What? You guys couldn't tell his motives with what he has, as well as social media posts and all sorts of different shit. What are we talking about? All of what we've seen has been terrorism this morning. This has all been terrorism.
Trying to see if we can say, hey, this is a terrorist attack. That is our goal, and that's what we're trying to do. We have a ton of resources dedicated to this right now. And again, we're doing it with our partners. We're doing it together, jointly, and we'll continue to do so until we figure out exactly what's going on. I think most importantly, as the sheriff already mentioned, we believe this is an isolated incident. We do not believe that there's a bunch of folks out there supporting this or helping this, and we don't believe that there's any other danger to the community right now. But again, over the next few hours and days, we will continue to
do no fucking kidding, by the way, Shadow.
Best to research that as much as we can.
What's up, allegedly? She's calling out all the work that was done on this woman. Fantastic. Facelift, fillers, Botox. So sad. It is so sad. Allegedly, good morning, by the way. Appreciate you hanging out with us on this beautiful, beautiful morning. You know, shit.
Until we're 100% certain
Good to see
what
you.
happened and why. Thank you.
So I just want to clarify again so that I don't get these questions. We do know who rented the truck. We are looking at that individual, but I am not prepared to release the name of any of the individuals that we are looking at least until next to kin is notified.
Yeah, you got to know everything about that motherfucker before you do. Yeah, and if they go to, here's the crazy thing. If they go to the public, that means they ran out of options. They need, and that happens all the time, you know, where the FBI goes, we need you guys to do that. And that's usually when they start talking about that kind of shit. I'm glad it sounds like that they actually have, you know, they're doing an actual investigation, which is I mean, that's what they should be doing, right? You know, but sadly, you know, the way that things are handled, I don't always agree with, but yeah, I wouldn't want to release that until I knew everything about that dude.
And we have a 100% identification. So with that, I'll take any questions you might have. I can't see. Hi, Dana.
Do you think it's a coincidence that there were these kinds of incidents on the same?
Here goes that question. Is it a coincidence that we had this shit in New Orleans and now we're having this shit? Do you think it's a coincidence?
Basically in two tourism capitals?
Do I think it's a coincidence? I don't know. But what I can tell you is we're absolutely investigating
That's true,
any
Papa.
connectivity to what happened in New Orleans, as well as other attacks that have been occurring around the world. We're not ruling anything out yet, Dana.
Is there any possibility that this had a link to ISIS? There have been suggestions that the New Orleans attack might have.
Yeah, so the question is there any links to ISIS? And I will tell you that we don't have any indication of that here in Las Vegas. No overt ISIS flag as was seen in New Orleans. But again, we are investigating every aspect of this. And if that comes to light.
By the way, really quick, I got to do a quick little halt to the show, man. To all of you homies that are just tuning in and hanging out with us and have not done it yet, make sure you guys hit that like button. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube, and it helps out the show immensely. It's free to do so, man. as well as good to see we got Mount High up in the building. Shout out to you, my man. You know, we'll go ahead and do our thing over here right now. I got to turn it back on though. Damn. All right. Well, as we get the setting on to high real quick, let's go ahead and
certainly update you. I'm sorry, sir. About 1 hour was the amount of time between the arrival of the truck here in Las Vegas, or at least our first notification of the arrival and the explosion that occurred at the tower. It was only there for about, it was sitting in the porte cochere for about 15 seconds before it exploded. Was that 15? Where'd Dory go? The 15 to 20 seconds. I just want to make sure I gave you the right info.
So it got there, and within 15 to 20 seconds, it exploded. Is that what they're saying?
The Elon Musk, Tesla, Donald Trump connection to be interesting from an investigative perspective?
Yes, well, from the same military base. They're both U.S. vets and from the same fucking base.
The Tesla truck, and we know that Elon Musk is working with President-elect Trump, and it's the Trump Tower, so there's obviously things to be concerned about there, and that's something we continue to look at.
Have you all found re-examined security procedures at hotels?
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked that question. Do we need to re-examine security procedures? You know, we were very successful in the night before. I'm surprised this happened, to be quite frank with you, and that's certainly something we're going to have to look at in target hardening, what that looks like. But to your question, Dana, I did forget to mention that I have authorized.
What's up, Emerald? Good morning.
Roster to continue for the next 2 days, which is my
right now. We got a wild stories going on right now. Not a very good start to 2025. You know what I mean? Definitely rough, and it was totally orchestrated.
Receive staffing plan of over 1,000 officers, both in our community neighborhoods as well as on the Strip and downtown, in partnership with all of the other law enforcement agencies.
Exactly, by the way, allegedly.
North Las Vegas,
and we haven't even discussed that part yet regarding Baltimore and in and New York City. Yeah, there was a shooting that happened today or yesterday, and that's totally different ordeal than like what's happening with New Orleans, what's happening in Vegas. Like, this shit is fucking wild.
Just to ensure that even if we had a copycat or somebody else wanted to go up and conduct an attack, that we have the appropriate and available resources to handle it.
Have you all found any devices inside the Cybertruck that could have been used to set off those explosives?
Yep, from Turo, by the way. So I'll read this again because it's very important. Real quick. I know you guys have heard, for everyone that's been here from the beginning, but I'm going to read it again because it's that important. Let's summarize for the it's a coincidence believers. Two vehicle attacks on the same day within hours of each other. Both vehicles rented via Turo. Both suspects U.S. veterans. Both suspects served at the same military base. Coincidence? Stop, man.
No, the question is, did we find any devices that would be used to set off the explosives? And the answer is no, I don't know how they were ignited. Clearly, with what you see in there,
Joker, good to see you, my man. Good morning.
We haven't been able to process the vehicle yet.
Has LVMP been in contact with Tesla Code to get analytics from the vehicle cameras?
Yes, actually, I have to thank Elon Musk specifically. He gave us quite a bit of additional information in regards to how the vehicle was locked after it exploded due to the force of the nature.
You know what? That's a very interesting observation, by the way, because we always get fucking censored over here. And you guys know what happens, why we get censored. It's because we're talking about U.S. shit right now. It's not because it has anything to do with the negativity in the U.S. What it is it's full reign when you're talking about the United States. You can say whatever the fuck you want, but when you're talking about a certain star state, yeah, you're getting beamed. Trust me.
Nature of the force from the explosion, as well as being able to capture all of the video from the Tesla charging stations across the country, and he sent that directly to us. So I appreciate his help on that. I'll take one more question.
Now, they're actual terrorism.
I'm sorry, you got to speak up for me.
Elon Musk is saying this vehicle and the vehicle in New Orleans were rented from the same company. Is there any other indication that these two events might be associated?
It's another. The question is Both vehicles, I'm being told New Orleans was rented from Toro and so was ours. That's another coincidence that absolutely is continuing to bear from our investigation that we have to continue to look into. So thank you very much. And as we get additional information for all of you, I'm sorry, I'll give you a shot.
Wow. So a report is coming in, just hit the news. FBI is saying the NO guy acted alone. So the whole New Orleans ordeal, he did act alone. That's what they're stating right now.
Are you investigators using any of these city license plate readers?
What's up, Panelverse?
The question is, are we using the license plate readers and the technology? Well, one, you see the drone flight through the vehicle because it was unsafe to get there, so that we're using that technology. Thankful to have it, as well as the first indication of that vehicle arriving here in Las Vegas came from a license plate reader. So technology has been very useful to us in resolving this. And again, I'll commit to come back to you all when we have confirmation of the suspect's name, who they are, what their background is. We will get that information back out to you. We'll call another press conference and provide it. I just like to, again, thank the mayor, the commissioners, the other law enforcement leaders, and of course our attorney general for showing up and supporting us in
What's
this
up,
event.
Digga? Good to see you, by the way. She says all the three-letter agencies have been shadowing all the sleeper cells, but of course they dropped the ball, man. Hey, I say defund every three-letter agency. You know what I mean? All that bullshit.
Statewide effort.
Defund.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Disband.
All right, you were just listening to officials yesterday as they were talking about what you're seeing on your screen right there, this Cybertruck that burst into flames outside of President-elect Donald Trump's hotel. This is over in Las Vegas. And just for some context for you, this hotel is just off the Las Vegas Strip and across the street from the Fashion Show Las Vegas shopping mall. We did hear from Eric Trump, the son of President-elect Donald Trump, an executive vice president of the Trump Organization. He posted about the fire on his social media, saying he praised the fire department and local law enforcement for their swift response and professionalism. Let's go away for a 2-minute break here on Live Now from Fox.
No.
If you are
Oh, hell no. We get to skip that shit.
yesterday and today, both out
Let's
of
see
New Orleans as well
Let's
as
see what else unfolds real quick. You know what I mean?
Vegas. We'll be right back.
Oh, she was still going. Okay.
See when we're going to get the next press conference. We are still working to get that information for you. Of course, as soon as we do get it, we will bring it to you here live, raw, and unfiltered.
What's good,
In
War
the meantime,
Gorilla?
though, I do
My
just
man.
want to play out a bit of
Good
these
morning.
remarks from last night.
Who has not?
We already heard this. We don't need to go over that again. So good. We get to catch up a bit.
Gunfire as she
Celebratory gunfire becomes deadly in Orlando. Oh shit. There we go. That's exactly what we did not need to happen.
Often around this time of the year.
And unfortunately, it's not just extremely dangerous, but it is also illegal. Right now, the Kissimmee Police Department is working to locate the person responsible for firing that deadly shot that killed a beloved mother and grandmother. Kissimmee police say 56-year-old Carmen Ochoa was shot and killed on New Year's Eve. She was struck by a stray bullet while sitting on her porch watching fireworks. All of the celebrations.
What's up, brother
quickly
Frank?
turned
Good to see you, my
panic as
man.
Police rushed to her
Good morning.
quiet neighborhood on Gull Court. Investigators believe the bullet came from someone who fired shots into the air to ring in.
Yeah. Listen, don't be firing shots in the air, man. Just not a good idea.
The new year.
We ain't ISIS over here. We're not the Taliban.
Unfortunately, she's not here anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fireworks, and then all of a sudden, in blink of an eye, she's shot on the floor.
Wow. That's so fucking
In
unfortunate.
Miami, officers say 10-year-old Yanalise Munguia was killed by celebratory gunfire as she and her family were bringing in the new year outdoors. The Miami-Dade Police Department saying in part, quote, this heartbreaking incident serves as a devastating reminder that what goes up must come down. Bullets fired into the air can take innocent lives. Law enforcement says the risk of being killed by celebratory gunfire is actually higher than that of a regular shooting. And that's because they say it has to do with the angle.
What's up, Tats? Good afternoon, late afternoon to you. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Thank you for hanging out with us this beautiful morning. us.
The bullet. Now, right now, police are asking anyone with information that can lead to an arrest to contact law enforcement. Tips can also be made anonymously by calling Crime Line at 1-800-423-TIPS. Reporting live in Kissimmee, Amanda McKenzie, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Amanda McKenzie, reporting out of the Orlando, Florida area. Appreciate you joining us this morning. All right, and I do want to pivot now to a story out of New York, and I do want to bring up some footage for you here.
Is it regards to the shooting?
Getting into our newsroom as 10 people were injured into a shooting outside a nightclub in Queens, New York yesterday night. That's according.
Yes, last night. I saw this on social media this morning when I woke up. I saw this.
To the New York Police Department. This is all coming into us here.
Whoa, hold the fucking phone real quick. Whoa. Tat's coming in hot with the 5 gifted memberships to you guys, man. Shit. Thank you so much for that. I very much appreciate you helping out the community like that, and me as well. It's a double, win there, win-win situation. Thank you for that very much. Let's see if they went out to you guys.
About 15 people were standing outside a nightclub at 11:15 p.m. in Jamaica. That's a part of Queens. When 4 men on foot approached that group of 16 to 20-year-olds who were waiting to get into this private event. 3 to 4 men opened fire on the group. And that's according to the chief of patrol, Philip Rivera. And he said all of this during an early Thursday press briefing. So this morning, about 30 shots were fired before the gunman fled on foot. They were then seen getting into a light-colored sedan.
No way. Holy shit. Yo. Thank you guys very much for that. Holy shit. Papa Penguin, my man, thank you for that as well, man. Shit. Now we already 10 on a single stream, man. Thank you so much for your guys' help and contributions to the show, man.
Out-of-state plates. I do want to turn over to our Fox 5 New York team as they have been on this story all morning, and we do want to hear the latest on all their coverage.
Closer to home this morning, we're following breaking news in Queens.
Easy with the headset, man. About took my ears off. I'm going to go ahead and bring you down a little bit, woman.
Means 10 people were injured in an apparent mass shooting at a party hall in Jamaica.
Police say they are still looking for the shooter or shooters and a potential motive as well. Good day's Briella Tomasetti live in Jamaica, Queens with the very latest. Briella, what's happening?
Dan and Tashani, good morning to both of you.
That was an AR-15. Yeah, it's just an AR, built AR.
No motive yet, but police did confirm that this was not an act of terrorism. They're now investigating whether the shooting may have been gang-related.
Appreciate that, Beezer. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It is the #1 metric of all of YouTube, by the way. You know what I mean? Helps out the show immensely, and it's free. Come on, my man. Appreciate you guys.
Sedan in connection with this, hoping it'll track them one step closer to the suspects. Investigators say they received 911 calls from multiple people shot outside the Amazura event hall at about 11:18 last night. Police rushed here to the crime scene located at 91st Avenue and 144th Place, where they say about 90 people were inside at a private event upstairs.
Wow.
According to the NYPD, the venue was at capacity and a queue of about 15 people had formed outside. That's when police allege 4 suspects began firing into the waiting crowd.
God damn, there's a lot of shit going on, man.
Here's NYPD Chief of Patrol Philip Rivera with more details.
4 males were walking eastbound on 91st Avenue onto 144th Place towards the venue.
We need it today.
Males then opened fire over 30 times in the direction of the group standing outside the event space, striking multiple victims.
10 victims were shot in total, 6 women and 4 men, all between 16 and 20 years old. So these are teenagers we're talking about. They're all being treated at local hospitals for non-life-threatening injuries. The 4 suspects, in the meantime, ran off westbound on 91st Avenue towards 143rd Place, where they got into light-colored sedan, that light-colored sedan with out-of-state plates. Overnight, police cordoned off the area with evidence markers and crime scene tape. Amazura has the capacity for 4,000 people and regularly hosts DJs and live performances. Last April, 2 men.
Yeah, no kidding, by the way, Digga. 100%.
Shot and wounded at the very same venue. Neighbors now calling for an end to the rampant gun violence.
New York is getting out of control.
New York.
And these kids and these young people.
New York. I just can't help myself. Too great. New York.
Need to stop. This
You heard?
killing is unnecessary. The
You heard?
shooting, all this violence, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Blair.
Yeah, so that woman you just heard from confirmed, or at least told us, that this was a private memorial and birthday event for somebody who had recently passed away, who lived in this area. Police did say this was a private event, but are still looking into the specific occasion. Again, to recap, all of those victims are expected to recover. But for now, we're live here in Jamaica, Queens. Dana Tashani, back to you.
All right, that's the good news, Briella. Thank you very much.
Thank you to our Fox 5 New York team for that coverage. We will continue to follow that. But right now, we are going to go away for our last 2-minute commercial break.
That is a perfect way for us to go ahead and end the fucking madness. Oh, my goodness. A lot of shit going on in the United States. And just in the beginning of the year, man, 2025 off to a freaking explosions. Yeah, lots of explosions. People getting hurt. People dying from celebratory, like, what are we Taliban up in this bitch? Come on, man, relax with that. Shoot at targets. Be a little smarter than that. Hey, I appreciate every single one of you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful morning. We're gonna go ahead and raid our buddy over there in South Africa, man. Chris Lestrange. He is one of our. Listen, he is honestly one of my favorite panelists on like all the debate sphere and all of that shit. Like, he's actually someone I really respect. I really enjoy his company. He's a good dude. So we're going to go ahead and raid him, man. Thank you guys for being here. Let him know that, hey, we're coming in hot with the Mike Ball raid and we're here to have a good time with you. You know what I mean? I may even jump on the panel. You know what I mean? So thank you guys immensely. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. And we will see you guys tomorrow morning for more of the world's madness. Much love, honor, respect, everybody.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken, he rides on to his ready to claim his throne. And the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit.